I give mouth to mouth to a duck. Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to MCU Mondays. Welcome. We're glad you're here. We're here to talk about Marvel and whatever else crosses our mind. You know us. If you've watched us before, you know we just kind of we go where the wind takes us. We like doing that.
How we roll.
That's how we roll. That's exactly how we roll. So tonight we're talking about Daredevil still, because Loki has not premiered yet and will not premiere for another 3 weeks. Am I right in thinking that?
October 5th.
So yeah. Oh.
On a Thursday.
Oh. Well, okay. It premieres in like 2.5 weeks, but we're going to talk about it in about 3 weeks. I think that's our time frame. But yes, that's the news. It premieres. They're bumping the premiere time back. They're taking a note from the Ahsoka series, and they're saying, okay, well, instead of releasing on Friday, we're going to release it on the Thursday evening, 8:00. Is it 8 Eastern, right? Or
same time as Ahsoka. 6 p.m.
Pacific,
whatever, and then 9 p.m. my time, Eastern time.
So 8 Central then. Good. So you'll get to watch it on Thursday night. So Debbie, that means that on Thursday night you'll get to watch it. What? Oh.
Because that's when we do Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Well,
bless America.
It's fine. It's fine. What we'll do is we'll finish with this when the Star Wars show is done. It's like, okay, we will do our post game show for like 2 minutes, and then all right, everybody go watch. Hey, you know what? We should just stay on and watch. I got my TV right there. We could just stay on and watch it. And yes.
Now we're gonna go through what Sith Dominion goes through, because their show's on Tuesday, and that's when Ahsoka comes out.
Premieres, yeah. Yeah.
But this is Loki, my man, Loki.
This is coming back to bite us on this one. But
I didn't even think about that. I mean, I seen the announcement, but it didn't dawn on me. I was just like, oh, okay.
It did. You know what? It didn't dawn on me until you said something. I was like, oh, great. That's good for Debbie. She's not going to have to wake up an hour early every morning to.
And they should have left it on Fridays. I don't know what putting it on Thursdays does.
Well, wasn't Loki? I think the first 3, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki, weren't they all originally on Friday? Didn't they all release on Friday?
Friday or Wednesdays?
I thought they all released on Friday, and then when the newer stuff started coming out, yeah, I think they bumped it to Wednesday. I don't remember. It's been like 2 years. We've been doing MCU Mondays for like 2 years now, more than 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on year 3, are we not?
Yeah, we started with
WandaVision,
I believe,
and that was 2021.
Don't ask me. I've slept since then. I can't remember what I did yesterday.
I don't remember that was. I know it was the beginning of the year. I don't know if it was. I don't recall if it was 2021 or 2020.
Yeah, because it
2020
in January, I believe.
Nah, regardless, we've been doing this for a minute or two. So that's the one big news, is that Loki will now premiere on Thursday nights instead of Friday at like some ungodly hour Friday morning. So good news. We also had some news about, and we were discussing this. It looks like Daredevil, Born Again, and Wonder Man were being filmed until the writer's strike happened. And Ironheart has been shelved for the foreseeable future. And I'm going to assume that's because of the writer's strike as well. Daredevil, Born Again, and Wonder Man, though, like I said, they had begun filming. So obviously because of the strike, they've been delayed. And now Ironheart, which hadn't even started filming so far as I know, is delayed. The only two things for sure right now on as far as the Marvel shows go is Loki and What If. And I think that's it. Oh, X-Men 97. But there's no date for X-Men 97. We know Loki is obviously appearing in like 3 weeks. And then What If, they're saying around Christmas time this year. So, Wonder Man, Daredevil. We were talking about Daredevil. If they cancel Daredevil, everybody who watches this and every other Marvel fan in the world, we are going to storm the Marvel Studios and demand retribution. We will behead the heads. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Studios thought they had problems now.
Wait till they get the fans pissed off.
Ooh, yeah, because that's probably the most anticipated show.
Oh yeah, especially since and we're talking Daredevil tonight. So and I don't care if you see it as canon. I don't care if Kevin Feige says it's not canon. I see this as canon. I love it. Andrew Haley's on. Hey Andrew, how are you? I see it as canon mainly because honestly because of Hawkeye, because of the Hawkeye series. You bring Vincent D'Onofrio in as Kingpin. He's obviously being portrayed here. He's behind us, in fact. So he's being portrayed here. So yeah, you had Daredevil. You had Charlie Cox's Daredevil in She-Hulk. It's like I consider this canon. I've never said this on a live stream, but I love Daredevil. Wait, which one? Because we're talking about the Charlie Cox one. We're not talking about the Affleck one.
Even though we both love the Affleck.
We did like the Affleck one. You know what? I preferred the director's cut. I'll say that. I preferred the director's cut. It was a lot better. But anyway, all right. So we're going to talk about Daredevil. But before we talk about Daredevil, I think, oh yeah, there you go. Charlie Cox, 100%, of course. Very good. Before we talk about Daredevil, I think we probably better run our theme song. So, here we once again, thank you, Chris Cassidy. Thank you for continuing to allow us to use the music. I'm still working on my editing skills. I've played around with my editing software all weekend this weekend, but unfortunately, it was for something completely different. I say that unfortunately. It was not for unfortunately. It was for something completely different. Dave Gramilli. The boss is on the line. Look at this.
Oh boy, we're in trouble now.
Daredevil was one of my favorite shows. The camera work was great. The writing was great. The acting was great. And Deborah Ann Wool was hotter than a seatbelt on an August day. Well, that you might have to add
Vanessa.
Oh, I guess you might have to add on an August day in Texas, because anywhere else it might not be that hot. But yeah. In Texas. Andrew, where can I get that MCU Monday shirt? Ooh, this is my boner alert shirt. I don't know if is that link still alive?
I'll have to check. I'll check.
Okay, Andrew, so what we're going to check the link, and if it's still up and if it's still running, I guess Debbie, can you throw that in the put that in the description after the show?
Yes, because I have to add some other stuff to the show.
Okay, so it'll be we'll put it in the description. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. If the link is still active. This was obviously from when Chris was running the show, and when the show changed hands, like I said, I'm not for 100% sure that everything transferred over. So we're going to look into it. I promise you. We'll look into it. So, Daredevil Condemned. We ended the last episode with Kingpin blowing up Hell's Kitchen. Where did this one start? Daredevil's saving Ivan.
Yeah, this picks up right from the last episode where
the police
showed
up.
Arrested. Yeah, the crooked police.
Yeah, the crooked police. And you think they're going to let him take him, and then of course he does the whole "I'm going to fight you with my hands tied behind my back" thing, and he does, and it's glorious. And I love the fight scenes in these. I think Charlie Cox has done an amazing, fantastic job in all of his fight choreography. I think he holds up really well. And if it's not him, then, well.
The link still works.
Okay.
So I don't think I can add it during a live.
No. We'll do it afterwards. It's fine. So the link still works. You can get one online. We'll put the link
into the page. So let's hope for the best. So,
yes, he did. He really brought the character off the pages. And honestly, that's one of the things too that I'm kind of really enjoying about this. And obviously, this is a darker interpretation of Daredevil. Well, I say darker. This is dark for the MCU interpretation of Daredevil. It's definitely not for the kids. I mean, well,
and I hope Disney keeps it that way, because
actually, you know what? The first, this first 5 or 6 episodes. Where are we? We're on 6 now.
6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, other than bloody and violent, because I haven't recalled any like harsh language. Maybe once in a while, but not enough to where it's noticeable. And
I don't think I've noticed it. It's mostly blood, guts, and gore.
I was going to say, and most of the, I don't think there has been any kind of nakedity in it yet. So, or there hadn't been any sex.
Is that a word?
I don't know.
Nakedity.
Why not?
It is now.
It is. Yeah, I made it. That's a made up word. All words are made up.
I agree. I love Foggy too.
Yes. Let's see. And I love the fact that Foggy was one of the Mighty Ducks. That makes me happy. I'm glad they're still making money. I like when they make money. And actually, if I recall correctly, in the next couple of 2 or 3 episodes, Foggy's it'll be a few episodes when Foggy finds out who Daredevil is, and it might be the next episode.
I don't know. It's not the next episode, because I think I've watched that one, and I don't think it's the next.
I'm working.
Episode, it's all about Matt and Styx, his former mentor.
Yeah. So this is for those of you that don't know, this is my second viewing of this series, but I'm just taking it one episode at a time as we're watching it. I'm not silly like Debbie is and binging the whole thing again.
I haven't binged the whole thing. I just went ahead a few episodes because there was nothing on one day, and I was just like, yeah, might as well go ahead and watch it and take notes and whatnot.
I do my laundry on Sunday nights. It's when I fold my laundry and put it away, because my wife is not allowed to do it. And I go into my room and fold my laundry, and that is Daddy's time at that point. Daddy can fold his laundry and be left alone and watch whatever he wants to.
Is that a military thing?
It's it kind of. My wife says it's OCD on my part because she doesn't fold the laundry properly. That's why she's not allowed to do it. She doesn't fold it the way I like it, or hang things up the way I like them. It's
Hey,
that is my insanity. Leave me
whatever
alone.
floats your boat.
So, what does this say? Not all comics are for the kids. Part of keeping the comic industry alive is starting with people as kids and then giving more mature comics as they grow. I'll buy that. Although Superman has kept his little good boy appearance all these years now, Boy Scout, Superman hasn't changed. Batman did, so I guess that's good. Anyway, Daredevil. He fights the cops off. He rescues Ivan. We find out that that Fisk is gonna try and blame him for everything that's happened in Hell's Kitchen, for all the explosions and everything. I believe he said something about we've got the. It was something like we've got the trump card. We've got him where we want him. We'll just. He's like we're gonna throw everything at him and let him take the fall.
Yeah, because they've already have the Russians believing that, well, at least they have Vlad believing that Matt killed his brother.
Yeah. And he even says as much. Which I didn't get because he told him, he's like, look, I didn't kill your brother. Why do you think I'm keeping you alive? You know, I'm not gonna kill. If I had killed your brother, why wouldn't I have just killed you a long time ago instead of he stabilized him at some point because he had been gunshot. He brought him back to life after his heart stopped. And he kept telling him, like, look, why am I doing this? If I killed your brother and I wanted you dead, it would have happened already.
Well, I think he even told him that Fisk killed his brother.
Oh, he did.
And, you know, I kind of thought, you know, because it kind of looked like he was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You know, that kind of, you know, light bulb above the head going. But then he just turns around and refuses to believe it. And I'm like,
no, he wouldn't do that. He's my friend.
Dumbass.
So we've got a lot of back and forth between him. We've got the cops showed up. They found the building that they were in, got it surrounded. They're getting ready to move.
Who?
Huh?
Thanks to who?
Thanks to hang on. Is it Fit? Was it? No, it was it was Fisk.
Yeah.
Because he wanted him. He's trying to pin everything on Matt.
He wants him caught.
Yeah, he wants him caught.
Yeah, because he wants one to find out who he is, and then two to blame everything on him. But yeah, Fisk called in all kinds of media.
Oh yeah, because he even said, "Is that our building? Do we own that building?" We've got the crooked cops. One of them buys it. That's kind of cool. I thought it was good.
It's justice.
Yes, justice. And what was so bad was that so at some point Matt finds a radio in the building that they're in. I guess Vladimir had been
up a cop, a rookie.
Oh, did he get it from the rookie? I thought he got it from Vladimir. All right. Yeah, okay, so he gets a cop. The rookie cop is not working for Fisk, we find out. And I think Matt knew that too because it seemed like he was doing his little what do you call it, the heartbeat test? You know, is he lying kind of thing?
Yeah.
He was listening. And then so he got the radio and he's talking. He's actually talking to Fisk. But like I said, I think that radio came off of, because why would Fisk have a police radio, police band radio. Or was that because they told everybody to switch to
He told everybody to get off that one particular channel so he
and
could
go to
have.
another one?
Yeah.
So he could get, he was like the spider on the web. He was just kind of pulling the strings and controlling things.
Puppet master.
Yes, yes. He's
good.
Oh, I need to. Oh, I don't have it. I could play Master of Puppets right here, but then we'd get YouTube banned.
Let's not do that.
No, we're not gonna do that. I would never play it. I would never do that. So anyway, yeah, it's and he talks to Fisk, and Fisk does this thing, and the only thing I could think was this was the Raiders of the Lost Ark moment. And I have seen so many movies where the bad guys do this. Yes, absolutely. I've seen so many movies where the bad guys do this to where that they're talking to the good guy and they're like, we're a lot alike. We want the same kind of thing. In Indiana Jones, and that's why I thought of Raiders of the Lost Ark, was when right after Marion dies and he meets Balak in the cafe, and he says, "You are so much like me. It would only take a little bit to push you over the edge and make you exactly my equal," kind of thing. So I was like, and this was the same kind of thing. We're a lot alike. We both want to save the city. And he's like, "Well, I don't want to do it at the cost of lives." And of course, yeah, you've got the conflicting things. I don't want to kill people to save the city. Well, sometimes you gotta break eggs to make an omelet, kind of thing. So again, I've seen it before. Super random question, but do you have a Discord server? We used to, but I think we closed it because it wasn't getting. I think we had it up when we had our gaming division up. I think the gaming division was using it, but I think it went away.
No, that was Twitch.
Well, no, because the Twitch, we had Twitch, but the Discord is like a chat server, and I think they set it up at some point. And this has been years ago, so this has been a long time ago. But I mean, we've been Geek News Now since 2019, November 2019, I think. So, God, I've been doing this for 4 years almost. Sweet. I feel old, but
I am old,
but cool at the same time, No, we do not have a Discord server, not that I'm aware of. We do? Luke's over here. He's telling. Oh. So my son Luke is telling me that the gaming Discord server is still up. What's the name? Do you know? Oh, he didn't know.
Maybe Dave or
Devin would know.
Shield needs to check into that, but I don't think we use it anymore.
I don't think we do either. I think we did at some point, but I'm too old to figure out a whole nother means of chat and communication. I'm sorry. That's why everybody started. Oh, Instagram, go Instagram. I'm like, I'm now comfortable with Facebook, and now you want me to learn something else? So, Kat says currently we are not using Discord. So there you go.
That's what I thought.
Sorry,
yeah, I think we did for a minute, and then
I think we did too. I think we had one, and I think it's I think it was used mostly by the gaming when our gaming division was active, and then the gaming division kind of went away, so it wasn't getting the numbers it wanted to. So anyway, Fisk threatens him. We get the cops. The cop shows up. They end up going through the floor. Oh, and before they're going through the floor, they're looking that Foggy and what's her name are looking for Matt. They can't find him anywhere. They're trying to call him.
Foggy's in the hospital.
Foggy's in the hospital. They took the old lady that they were helping in the previous episode. They took her to the hospital, and she notices that Foggy's bleeding, and he's like, "Oh, that's why my side hurts," and then of course he falls. So I mean, shock. Can I
adrenaline rush because they were trying to get Mrs. C to the hospital.
You're the medical expert. I will. I bow to your knowledge. I'm
not an expert, and there's some things I know, but
you know a heck of a lot more than I do. So
I am not a doctor. I just want to make that clear.
Dr. Debbie.
Dr. Debbie. Well, we got Dr. Dana.
We got Dr. Dana. Yeah.
Why not Dr. Debbie?
Sure. Why not? So, and then Rosario Dawson's back at the hospital too, and she's back working. I think she was the one that took Mrs. C, right?
No, that was Foggy and Karen.
No.
You mean to go check her out?
At the hospital afterwards. Yeah. She met them at the hospital. So the lines are starting to connect a little bit. You know, friends are running into everybody. So that's always a lot of fun, and especially since Matt may or may not have some kind of romantic interest in her.
She shut him down.
She did, but I think she still likes him a lot. So
how can you not?
I know.
Come on.
Well,
Charlie.
Well, I'm a straight guy, so I guess I don't qualify.
He's good looking. Come on. You know, it throws me off when when I see him in interviews and he starts talking British, and I'm just. It throws me off every time. The first time I heard it, I was like, "Wait a minute, is he pretending to do British?"
But you know what? It's the same thing when Benedict Cumberbatch does it.
Oh God, yes.
Christian Bale, when he would do interviews for Batman, I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, when Andrew Lincoln, when I first heard him, he plays.
He was in Walking Dead.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first seen him in an interview, I was like, "Are you flipping kidding me? Is everybody British? What the hell's going on?"
I think is Henry Cavill? He's British too, yeah.
Or European, yeah.
Okay, not British necessarily. He's European. He has an accent.
Thanks for stopping by, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. Have a good one. We'll see you next week. So yeah, there's a lot of them, and it why wouldn't it throw you? It doesn't. I've always heard that if you are a male and you have an accent like that it just makes you more attractive to females. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you got to have looks too.
Okay.
I mean, you can't be but ugly.
like Hugh Grant.
You know, he was cute in his younger day. I'm just cute, maybe adorable, but he wasn't, you know.
I started watching Benedict Cumberbatch on Sherlock, so he and she corrects herself. She sounds weird without the accent. I'll buy that. And if you haven't watched Sherlock, go watch it because it's great. The whole series. It's awesome.
Very good.
So good. So good.
May have to do a rewatch.
I'm thinking about it now. It's on Netflix, right? I think it's on Netflix.
It was. I don't know if it still is or not, because you know they take things off and then bring them back.
Oh, don't take Sherlock off. She also says she doesn't need Henry Cavill to talk.
No,
he just needs to be there.
Not.
Is that it? He just needs to be there. Maybe have his shirt off, kind of thing.
Honey, he could be wearing a potato sack and reading the phone book. And
no, you don't need him to talk.
Well,
or is he just reading silently?
Mean, I would just need a drool bucket, you know, underneath my chin to, you know. Yeah, Shield and
Nice.
I are on the same page.
Nice. So, where did we leave off?
They fall through the floor.
They fall through the floor. Foggy's injured. She goes off looking for Matt. Oh my gosh. Hang on, I gotta silence my phone because
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
people are chatting and it's being noisy. There we go. All right.
Let's be watching the show, not chatting.
Yeah. Watch the show and quit chatting with us. What are you talking? Jeez. Cheese like crackers. So they fall through the floor, and this guy is still not dead. Ivan is still not dead. He's been shot. He had the holy living bejesus beat out of him. Yeah.
And he's bleeding out.
He's bleeding out. He got, when he was trying to stabilize him, he had to cauterize his gunshot wound. And so he lit a road flare. And it wasn't just I've lit this road flare and I'm going to shove it in the hole and that's going to cauterize it. They showed him like he was using it like a torch and just kind of going down. I'm like, oh, that hurts. And of course, he's sitting there trying to keep him from screaming because at this point, the cops haven't found him yet. They don't know where he's at.
Right.
So he's just trying to keep him from screaming because all the cops are looking for him because he just beat up all the other cops in the alleyway back there.
That was great, though.
And this poor guy, I mean.
Yeah, he passes out. From the pain.
Well, Charlie, when he falls through the floor, even Matt is out cold. So they fall through the floor. They're at the bottom. He's looking for a way out. I think this was actually when Fisk called him, or when he called Fisk. No, Fisk called him. I'm looking for the man in the mask. I love it. I love it. Vincent D'Onofrio is. Vincent for me it's. I mean, it's not like a.
It's his man crush.
It's a man crush, but it's not like a
romance.
It's not. It's no. Well, if you want to call it that, but there's no.
Right.
He's a guy that I would love to just go to a coffee shop with and sit and have a cup of coffee with and just talk to him. Just sit and say, okay, let's, what's going on in your life? How's the weather? Just have a normal, regular conversation with this person. Not necessarily, what do you remember? You remember when you did that movie Full Metal Jacket? Oh, that was great, wasn't it? Not an interview. Just
wife and kids.
Yeah, exactly. A
coffee date, yes.
How's life treating you? I would do that with, there's like 3 or 4 guys I'd do that with. Neil Flynn, like a coffee date, exactly like a coffee date. Neil Flynn would be one of them, but he would be more of a beer guy, so I'd have to go to a bar with him. And Michael Chiklis. And Michael Chiklis would probably start at the coffee shop and end at the bar. So we'll leave it at that. It's those 3. Vincent, Michael, and Neil. And if you don't know who Neil Flynn is, well...
Scrubs.
It's the janitor. He was in two Harrison Ford movies as well. He was in Crystal Skull and The Fugitive, which I believe we've discussed that before.
Mm-hmm.
He was the cop that got shot on the train. So,
yeah, my list of coffee dates would be humongous.
I was gonna say you gotta hang on. It's here somewhere. There it is. There's a few.
I swear I'm gonna make a new one.
Just like I'm gonna make a new. I need to make a new intro, but we'll get there.
Hey, life.
It's not just well. Yeah, it's life. Gets in the way.
Well, for me, it's naps because I come home from work and I'm
Gone.
watching something and eating dinner, and then as soon as I eat dinner, I'm just like, "Meh."
You need to move your computer to your TV room. Like I've got a TV. It's not my TV room, but I do have a TV over here. So if I'm on my computer, I can still watch TV. If I'm doing stuff on my computer, I can still watch TV.
I assume I could probably watch TV on my second monitor. I don't know.
Oh yeah, if you've got a streaming, yeah. Just
Yeah.
bring up Netflix.com and move it over to your second monitor.
I would have to remember my password for that. I don't.
All you got to do is go on your phone and look under passwords and put your little fingerprint there so it knows it's you, and it'll tell you what your password is. Your phone is very smart. It maintains your passwords for you.
I don't have that stuff on my phone.
Oh, well then never mind. It won't work.
I write everything down because of where
God,
I work. I have like 20,000 passwords to 20,000 things, and I can't. And then they make you
change them all the time, like every 3 months.
90 days. God. So I can't. They say you shouldn't write them down, but it's like, I'm sorry.
My brain don't work like that.
Yeah, I don't have a photographic memory. I'm old.
So what you ought to do is just write them all down in pencil, and then when you have to change them, erase it and write the new one.
I do.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I do it in code.
Oh, I got you.
Because my passwords are sentences, so.
Holy smokes. I wouldn't go that far. Anyway, what else do we got? He releases the you had the reporter, and
Ben
you had Ben, and they of course the newsroom is going nuts,
freaking out.
We gotta cover this. We gotta get there and there, and he asked the question, where are all these places at? And he said, it's not a gas explosion. Those are all places that are owned by the Russians. And he takes off. And of course, he's confronting the cops too. What do we got? What's going on? Mm-hmm. And the cops very obviously don't like him.
Well, no, because they know what he's capable of. He can make connections.
This is the stereotype right here. This is where the stereotype kicks in. Cops just don't like reporters. Cops don't like reporters, and they don't like lawyers. They don't like reporters because they tell everybody all the bad stuff they're doing, and they don't like lawyers because they get the bad guys off. So, it's no bad, Debbie, bad. That's a bad stereotype. Some of them, yes. Not everybody's perfect. All right. But for the most part, and don't give me the one apple spoils a whole bunch, because if I got a bunch of apples and I got one bad one, I'm throwing the bad one away. I'll keep the rest of them.
That's not how it works nowadays, though.
I know.
Something happens, and then, the whole group.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. You say it's not fair, but that's how it works now.
So, yes, he's pestering the cops. He's trying to figure out what's going on. I don't think he quite knows about the man in the mask at this point. Does he?
I don't know if Karen's told him.
I don't think so.
No, wait, she has.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, because I forget what had happened, but she was like, no, he wouldn't do that because he saved me.
But that was with Foggy, though, wasn't it? Wasn't she with Foggy when he said that?
I'm pretty sure she said the same thing to,
because she said something about she and Foggy were watching obviously the news coverage, and Fisk released the video or the picture or whatever of Matt running away from something, and they're like, oh, this is the guy, and she told Foggy, and Foggy was like, oh, I hope they catch him, hang him by his pinky toes off the highest yard arm. And she says, no, he wouldn't do that. He saved me. That's the guy that saved me. So at least he has one. Well, her and Rosario Dawson believe in him at this point. And it appears as though everybody else in New York hates him.
Well, that's because they both love him. They have a crush. Just a theory.
Just a theory. I still think she needs to be with Foggy. That's all.
Don't like Karen. Character annoys me.
Oh, really?
Yes, very much so.
Oh.
Very annoying.
Okay.
That's just me, though.
That's just you. So anyway, this one obviously ends with Matt being on New York's hit list. Not Matt, Daredevil. Daredevil, the man in the mask. Because he hasn't named himself yet. Or he hasn't been named yet. He's the man without fear. But, and now it seems as though Matt has to clear his name, as it were. So, Ivan, he gets Ivan down into like it's not a sewer,
they're tunnels.
They're tunnels, yeah. Oh, all of New York's built on these tunnels, blah, 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 blah. They get attacked by cops that have machine guns, and holy smokes, those cops need to learn trigger control. I'll just say that because it's amazing that anybody walked out of there alive. There just bullets flying everywhere. Ivan picks up one of the weapons and says, you're thinking, oh my gosh, he's going to shoot Matt now, and Matt's going to have to kill him anyways. And he's basically like, I'm dead already. I can't testify against him. So get out of here and I'll cover you. Basically, get out of here and I'll cover you.
Yeah, I'll sacrifices himself.
I'll stall him for a minute so you can run. So, and there we have it. He gave him a name too. Did he? He gave him a. Was it Oh, he gave him the name of Fisk's accountant.
Yeah, he said what did he say? He said Vlad said something about he's the one that can make all the connections, or he has all the connections.
He has all the connections. So basically, I'm guessing he can tie together all of Fisk's empire, as it were. So,
which is very true.
There you go. Don't be spoiling the next episodes there, Debbie.
Apologies. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers. If you haven't figured it out, we're talking spoilers here for Daredevil. And if you haven't seen Daredevil, isn't this show's like 3 or 4 years old? Why haven't you watched it yet? Just saying. Just saying. We're going to go through the whole Defender stuff. I mean, obviously, we'll take a break for Loki and we'll take a break for What If, but we're going to go through the whole Defender saga, one episode at a time. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, and then the Defenders. One of these days, we might have to do the Inhumans movie. Have you seen that? Mm-mm. It's horrible, but
I haven't seen. There was a series too, right?
It may have been a series. I don't recall. I just remember it being really, really bad.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was Marvel, so I didn't.
I think 4 years is past the spoiler limit. Well, okay.
Yeah.
You never know. Somebody might not have seen it. And we're sitting here talking about it. Did we miss anything, Debbie? Good Lord, we've been at this for 45 minutes already?
No. I think we are good.
Cool. Shameless plugs. Do we got anything?
the Sith Dominion is taking a week off, but if you follow them or us on TikTok, Dr. Dana is putting up content there since he can't have a show. Let's
He can have content, but not a show. What's
well, because the content only takes a minute or two. You know,
Okay.
he'll put up like a poll or a question and have you answer it or whatever. You know, fun stuff.
Right.
So we have a new episode of Through the Eyes of a Child. Season 1. This is Clone Wars. Season 1, episode 3, Ambush.
So this is this for those of you that don't know, one of our podcasts is called War of the Stars, and the host of that podcast is watching the Clone Wars with his daughter, and I don't recall how old she is.
She looks fairly young.
I was going to say somewhere between 5 and 7, maybe. But anyway, so it's getting a child's reaction to the Clone Wars. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Then Thursday, it's back to us with Cantina Happy Hour, episode 6 of Ahsoka.
There's 3 episodes left, so
this next episode I've heard is 46 minutes, so
I think I've heard the same.
I'm hoping it's going to be as fantastic as episode 5 because that was a killer episode.
Now the episode actually drops tomorrow night, right? 9 o'clock, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain.
All the way I only know my time zone. Yes, 9 Eastern. And then Geek Gauntlet on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about anything and everything. They have been doing various death battles. They had Superman versus Sentry, and they've had some other characters. I didn't know who the heck they were, but they do one
some anime week. Stuff.
Yeah. So they do one every week, and then they're also talking Ahsoka and any other new shows that is out.
They used to do a lot of the CW shows. I think CW shows are kind of winding down, so
I don't think there's any left.
I think Superman and Lois is still on. I think
this was their.
Or was this? Oh, this might have been their final season. You're right. Maybe there's
either that or next season will be the final season.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know. But anyways, they also talk about anime and gaming, any kind of geeky news you can think of. They normally talk about it, and that's on 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on the same channel.
Same channel, Geek News Now official. If you haven't figured that out yet, if you're sitting here watching us, you probably know. But we need you to go like and subscribe. That's the cool thing. Like and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon so that you get alerts when we do go live. Also, something, Debbie, we had a new series that we're working on. The first episode dropped on Friday last week. It's called The Hobby Hut.
Oh,
have you watched it? Did you watch it?
I did watch it, but I totally forgot about it because it's new.
It's only like 5 minutes long. It's not that long, but basically I did a Lego build, and I did it in time lapse with music and all kinds of fun stuff. It was the house from the movie Up, the Pixar movie, which is one of those movies that I love to death, but I hate it so much. So I love the movie, but it crushes my soul in the first 5 minutes, and I love to hate it, and I hate to love it.
And we also have they're not on YouTube, but on our Podbean and anywhere else you listen to podcasts, we have War of the Stars. I believe they just dropped a new episode.
Yes, I think so. And I think they're gearing up to record another one, and I think they're doing Strange New Worlds, right? Or is that Captain's Logs and Lightsabers?
That's Captain Logs. They dropped that last week.
Okay. Oh, War of the Star, idiot. I knew that. Captain's Logs and Lightsabers does Star Trek and Star Wars, and War of the Stars is obviously just Star Wars. So, all right. We'll go with that. What else do we have?
Affiliate plug.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I gotta find it again. So we have an affiliate here. And as soon as I find it, there it is. So in the link below, we're going to have a link to this.
Not there yet. I'll put it there.
Debbie's going to put it there because I was slacking this weekend and I did not set the shows up because I was working on another hobby hut. I was working on another Lego build and recording everything, and it's just a thing. But we found a Thor sculpture on Amazon from Diamond Select Toys. It's 28% off at this point. It's a 9-inch figure of Thor wrapped in lightning and holding Stormbreaker. And if you if you click the link in the description below, then you can look at this fine product and order one for yourself and put it into your Nerdvana cave, your temple of geekdom.
Your man cave.
No,
or woman cave.
Man cave is so sexist. I'm keeping the geekdom non-binary. How's that? Is that good? It's not male or female. It's everybody.
This is my man cave, and
everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome to be a geek with us. Temple of Geekdom. That's a good one. Mine is because I am a man. I'm going to call mine a man cave. That's fine, but however you want to do it.
Yeah, I have this stuff in here, but then I have other stuff throughout the house.
Actually, my wife calls this just the Star Wars room, so I'll take it. Or the Lego room. Or the Lego room. Either one. Anyway, yes, so Hobby Hut, like I said, I was doing another episode. I'm putting together another episode of that. There's those, I don't know how often we're gonna try and release those, but I also know that we've been talking about doing some miniature painting, figure painting. I gotta talk tonight. Man, wow. I'm dying.
Wow.
I need to go to bed early tonight.
I'm usually the one that has trouble talking.
I know, right? I'm all over the place tonight. I don't know what's going on. Oh, she says every Friday. So we're releasing another Hobby Hut on Friday. There you go. Okay. And I know there's not a whole lot of new Lego sets coming out. So besides I don't do the figure painting. I'm not that talented. I believe Shield Maiden will be doing that. Some of that, maybe Devin or Becky will be doing some of that. I'll be doing Lego builds, and basically what I'll do is I'll take some of them. I've got 500 some odd sets in here, so I can take one apart and rebuild it in the time lapse, and it'll be great. It'll be amazing. Put music to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, that being said, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, hit the bell. Don't forget to check out the affiliate in the link below. Don't forget to check out the link below to find MCU Mondays gear, shirts and hoodies and the like. And we will see you guys next week.
Thursday.
Y'all have... Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We will see you on Thursday, but MCU Mondays will be back next week. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next week.